Cooking with love. Keep it locked.
All right, guys, welcome to a brand new episode of Cooking with Love. And this week episode, I have a special guest here on this week episode. And when you talk about the number one immigration attorney, Mr. Sekou Clarke is in the building right here on Cooking with Love.
My name is Sekou Clarke. I am the founder and attorney for the Sekou Clarke Law Group.
And let me tell you something, all the time I see this man on social media, him always I give good advice about if the police pull you over, any immigration issue you have, the do's and don't. And we're here on Cooking with Love and we're gonna have a great conversation. But we wanna find out if the man can cook, because I never see him post nothing about food and the man a yardie. All right, so keep it locked and we'll soon come back. Cooking with Love, crazy, soon come back.
Cooking with love. Keep it locked.
When a client comes before me and I see them in tears and I can feel the hopelessness and the desperation, it always cycles back to me when I was here and I was out of status. I'll have clients come in front of me crying, with no more options and they just need help, they just need answers. I bring my team together and we round table everything. We don't ever see a client as just another file or just another case. We're trying to get the best result for someone that is a part of our family. When I meet the judge and the other attorney on the other side, I am going to be the most prepared person in the room. My name is Sekou Clarke. I am the founder and attorney for the Sekou Clarke Law Group.
All right, guys, so now we're back, and you see exactly what I'm talking about. We're not gonna make no wait anymore, because I'm anxious to have this brother right next to me. Mr. Clarke, we're up in the building. Yo, what's going on, brethren? It's definitely a pleasure, man. Yes, I'm there.
I'm so humbled.
Yeah, man.
So humbled for finally be in this kitchen with you, the big man himself, man.
Listen,
by the way, so proud of you, man.
Thank you so much, my brother, and I'm proud of you myself,
the
man.
Expansion and just really changing the game.
Yeah, man, and that's what it is. All I want, man, we just want the opportunity.
Yeah.
Crack the door a little bit and make we get in, and we can show them so we can do it too.
Exactly.
We are yardie, we come in and we see opportunity and we stay true to our roots and we stay true to what we believe and believe in ourselves.
Exactly.
Once you believe in yourself and you surround yourself with the right people, just like you, me and you've been in contact for how many years? From COVID.
From COVID, yeah.
And you are watching my growth and I'm watching your growth. And when you post me a comment and say, proud of you, keep doing your thing.
Likewise, man.
Yeah, man, it's definitely a pleasure, man.
And you made your own table.
Oh, that's what I'm talking about, man.
You made your own table, yeah.
You say you knock on a couple doors and then man, you just create your own
make
door.
your own thing.
That's what I'm talking about. Listen, man, it's definitely a pleasure. You're here in New York.
Yes.
You move around. You have an office here and you also have one in Orlando.
Yes.
Introduce yourself to the audience and what you do career-wise.
Okay, so again, I am Sekou Clarke. No immigration and personal injury attorney, but immigration has been the flagship. Our primary headquarters is in Orlando. We now have an office in Queens, New York, Fort Lauderdale, Kingston, and Panama City Beach.
What?
And
Expanding our office
all
over the place. You have to help out the people.
Exactly. I always say it's all about, for me, my two big pillars is creating access for people.
Yes.
But then also closing the gap. Closing the gap for wealth, lack of information, and opportunities.
Yeah. As you said, lack of information, because when it comes on even for the law, a lot of people don't know their rights, even when they get pulled over by the police, even when they're going through immigration and they're taking a flight, if they get stopped by the immigration, things they answer to, things they don't answer to, things they pass to an attorney, and a lot of people don't even know that. So we're going to elaborate a little bit more on that, but first we're going to talk about food.
Let's talk about it.
Food is life.
Food is life.
What's one of your favorite dish when you're home cooking, when everybody them come in your yard, them want you make that?
So my classic dish is definitely baked chicken and rice and peas.
Baked chicken and rice and peas.
Yeah.
Love that. All right. Baked chicken and rice and peas, guys. You think of that way, Mick? All right, on every episode of Cooking with Love, there's always a surprise dish that the guest is gonna have to make. So your surprise dish is underneath this cover.
Wow.
And whatever is underneath this, with all the ingredients that's here, that's what we're gonna cook and put together.
Okay.
So you ready to lift it up?
Let's see.
All right, put your hand on it.
All right.
1, 2, 3. Woo! Listen, you're not ready for that yet.
I mean, I heard that Frank tastes like chicken when you cook it right, you know.
When you cook it right.
When you
All
cook
right.
it
And
right.
we have a lot of ingredients here, so you want to give it a shot. No, man, we're not cooking no frog, and we're not cooking no snake. What's one of the dish that you have tried that you never think that you tried something like that?
A dish that I've tried that I never thought that I would
Yeah.
try something like that.
Have you had frog before? You know what I'm saying? Tastes like chicken, so you can't go
Oh
wrong.
yeah, so I've had frog legs, and I remember one time I was actually in Sweden and I gave a sausage, and I was eating away at the sausage, and them say, "Yo, it's horse sausage." And I was like, and I was like, hold on. I mean, I need some info before we eat the food.
before
So
we eat the food.
I think that has been like the most surprising thing.
Yeah.
Horse sausage.
And especially we being Jamaican,
Exactly.
we are very picky
Very,
as
very
what we
picky.
eat.
Yes.
You not get Jamaican heat like tuna tartar, anything with raw, we no cook.
Yeah.
we not touch it.
Exactly.
All right?
Yes.
Guys, keep it locked. We'll soon come back. When we come back, we're gonna go into some cooking, and we're gonna be doing a fried rice dish, a jerk shrimp and lobster fried rice dish.
You are watching Cooking with Love. Keep it locked.
If you're facing these problems, here's how an experienced immigration attorney is able to assist you. We will be able to come up with a visa extension to be able to have you stay in the country longer without violating your immigration terms. Also, we're able to determine if you're eligible for an adjustment of status via your relative, via a spouse, or even employment. There are many options, but the worst option is to violate your immigration terms while in the country.
All right, guys, so welcome back. And listen, man, it's definitely a pleasure having you here, Mr. Clark, and we're gonna have a great conversation.
Absolutely.
As I said, we're doing a lobster and shrimp fried rice.
All right.
Have you ever made that before on your own?
I've never made, no, actually I've made the fried rice, but I've made shrimp and lobster.
On lobster, but
Yeah.
the combination together with fried rice?
No.
No. All right,
no,
so
not
that's
yet.
what we're gonna do. And we're gonna have a great conversation. And like I said, it's definitely a pleasure having you here.
No.
And while we talk and we put stuff together, the ingredients, I'm just gonna run through the ingredients, some of the ingredients that we're gonna be using. We have a lobster tail, a main lobster tail here, and we have some 1620 shrimp that we're using. Some of the dry ingredients, we have some garlic powder, we have some whole bay seasoning, a little bit of black pepper, a little bit of salt, a little bit of paprika. And the fresh ingredients, we have some onion, we have some scallion, some green bell pepper, some red bell pepper, some mixed greens, we have a little bit of butter, we have some barbecue, and we have our fried rice sauce and our rice over here, and everything is ready. All right, so I'm gonna now take the shrimp and I'm gonna pour the shrimp into the bowl. What you're gonna do now, the ingredients, you're gonna sprinkle a little bit of the whole bay, a little bit of the garlic, a little bit of the black pepper, a little bit of the paprika, the pepper flakes, and a little bit of salt on it.
Okay.
And while you're doing that, I'm gonna now start prep the lobster tail. Where in Jamaica are you originally from? And how did you get into, say, this is the career path that you want to take going into law?
So the short story is, I was born in Kingston, Kingston, Jamaica. Grew up in Washington Gardens, Malines Road. Went to the one college, Blue, JC.
Nice.
And did track and field for pretty much half of my life.
Yes.
Got a scholarship to the University of Florida, where I continued to do track there. Did pro track for a little bit, but one really important part of my career was I had a mentor
Yes.
And his name is Patrick Robinson, the Honorable Patrick Robinson. He was, or he still is, the only Jamaican judge in The Hague. So he was the one who planted that first seed for me to pursue law, to go to law school, to be able to be of service, to represent people.
Okay.
So after the track career ended, that's when I decided to go to law school. But the funny thing is, I never wanted to be an immigration attorney. I always thought it was too cliche.
Okay,
Right? It was
yeah.
too cliche.
It's like you
Jamaican
box
guy.
yourself in, yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But then once I started practicing, I started off as a I like extra pepper.
Yeah, man, go ahead, man. You can put a little bit more
But-
season on it, man.
yeah.
Teamwork make the dream work.
Exactly.
You know, we know we are, man. We love a flavor.
Oh, by the way, shout
Yeah.
out to mommy. Mommy did not make me leave my house for college until I could cook a 5-course meal.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow. Shout out to mommy.
Yeah.
You don't know.
So anyways, once I started personal injury and I went to this firm, a new firm, and they wanted me to open up their immigration department, but I didn't really know immigration that well. I only knew like just filing a couple green cards. But I got thrown into the fire doing deportation proceedings and waivers and more complex immigration cases, and then that's
Okay.
when immigration basically came to me.
Okay.
And I realized, based on my background, because I was out of status at one point after college. So I went through that immigration journey, I went through those challenges, and I realized I was able to connect with my clients on a deeper level because I knew exactly what they were going through.
What they were going through.
Yeah. And then that's when it just really exploded, because I was once across the table seeking that knowledge and seeking that help and that hope.
Yeah.
So now I was able to use that feeling and use the knowledge to be able to get people creative results.
Yes.
and just really understand where they're going, where they're coming from, and what
Yeah.
they're going through.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because everyone have a different story. And
Everybody
I said
has a
the same,
different story.
I said the same thing to
Yeah.
you when you first came in. I said, listen, proud of you because of the fact I know once upon a time I was under the radar just the same.
Mm-hmm.
And I know how it feels and I know what people go through. So one of the misconceptions that a lot of people get is that because you're under the radar, there's certain things, yes, you're limited to a certain amount of things that you can do, but at the same time, there's a lot of things that you can put into play that's preparing you for when
Exactly.
you come from underneath the radar.
Yes.
You know, you
Yes.
don't have to get stuck under there and say,
No.
listen, there's no growth after here because I'm underneath the radar. That means I'm not going to make it. I'm not going to be successful. Look at you. Look at
Yeah,
me. Look at
exactly.
multiple other people.
Yeah.
But it's about the people that you surround yourself
Yeah.
with and the mindset that you have.
100%.
You know.
I mean, you are talking about your network and the mindset. I always tell people, if you want to make $100,000 a year, you can't be having conversations and surrounding yourself with people who only make $30,000 a
Yeah.
year. So if you want to be successful, if you want to pursue a certain career path, you can't be around the same people who they have no knowledge of where you want to go.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. No, you're definitely right about that. And one of the things that we want to touch on, because so many people have so many things that they're dealing with in the immigration field. And we're going to touch on some of the experience that you may have, and some people out there are watching it and they're dealing with certain things. How do they reach out to an attorney? At one point, you think you need to reach out to an attorney to help you with this, and that's where you comes in.
Absolutely.
Because you comes in, you're immigration attorney, but you also do injury
Yes.
as well.
Yes.
And the
Absolutely.
differentiate of it is if you get hurt on the job, still reach out to you.
Absolutely.
One
And
time.
and when I built my immigration firm, one thing that I wanted it to be able to provide is every type of immigration service. So
Yeah.
so you have some immigration attorneys who only do administrative finance, such as green cards or citizenship, and then you have some attorneys who only do business immigration,
Yes.
then you have some attorneys who only do deportation. I made sure that myself and my firm is versed in all. So,
Okay.
so there isn't an immigration question that myself or the firm cannot handle.
Yes.
The biggest thing that I always tell immigrants is once you get here, you have to have a plan. What
have to have a
if
plan.
you decide that you're going to stay in the US? What is your plan? What type of visa are you on? How did you enter the country?
Yes.
Just talk to an immigration attorney from the start so you can know how to set up yourself, know how to max out the thing.
Yes, yes.
Right?
Yes.
So people don't even know that if you enter on a B1, B2 visa, you can get it extended. And that gives you more time to figure out, all right, am I going to transition to a religious visa, a sports visa, a student visa, a business or investment visa? I mean, I've done visas for restaurants who want to bring in specialty chefs.
Yes.
Jamaicans, Indians, Chinese. So there are those opportunities, but what people don't understand is that once you go out of status, then all those come off the table and you're significantly limited to getting married, right? Or having a US citizen child that is 21 years or older petitioning for you or asylum. So if you can know before you go out of status that you have more options, then you'll be able to put in a better plan. But once you go out of status, then the immigration's
difficult.
Yeah, it's significantly more difficult.
Yeah.
So
one other thing that we're going to talk about, and guys, what's happening right now, the man marinate in shrimp and lobster, and what you can do at this point, you can take it, put it in your refrigerator, put a plastic over it, and let it marinate for probably about 20 minutes, and then you put it in the pot, and then you saute it for a little bit. So while Mr. Clarke putting it in the pot right now and saute this, when we come back, we're going to talk about, because someone reached out to me the other day about, they're in Jamaica, and they want to know, how can I file for them to come and work here at the restaurant? And I'm saying to them, it's not as easy as how you make it seem.
Exactly.
It's not just me just send you a letter and you come at you got embassy and them will give you a visa.
No.
So there's a lot of little things that go through it. It's not that easy. So when we come back, we're going to talk about that a little bit, and some of the things, if you want someone to file for you, what are the things that that person was filing for you have to have in place. So before you reach out to the person, know how the person set up first.
Exactly.
All right? Soon come back. Keep it locked.
Uninsured motorist coverage. So many people have a hard time with understanding how it works and what it is. In the state of Florida, uninsured motorist coverage is designed to cover your expenses in the event that someone causes an accident and they do not have enough insurance or they have no insurance at all. So if you get rear-ended by someone and they have $10,000 in bodily injury coverage, however, but your costs are your medical bills and your injuries and your damages are $25,000, well, that is when your uninsured motorist coverage would kick in to pick up the difference.
Cooking with love. Keep it up.
all right, welcome back.
Nice.
The shrimp is looking good, smelling good, and I know it's going to taste good.
Man, a big chef in there, so I go on there right now. So right now, as you can see, what we did, we changed the pot. And if you can hear in the background, I'm here at the Simpson Restaurant and Bar. You know, it's always a vibes, so you may hear something in the background. So right now, we changed the pot because the one that we were using before, and then I give them a chard what I want. I want charred it because we're making fried rice. So we want charred it to make sure everything come out good. So right now, this look good, and what we're gonna add to this, we're gonna add a little bit of the fried rice sauce right here. Just pick up a little bit of the fried rice sauce, pour inside of it. Nice, all around, a little bit more. Beautiful, nice. I'm gonna go with some pepper flakes.
Okay.
And right now, this is looking real good now, and we're gonna sprinkle a little bit of scallion over it. Because you know, fried rice is all about flavor. So all of this come together, this look good. We're gonna sprinkle a little bit of the red bell pepper and a little bit of the green, and then you're gonna go with a little bit of your mixed veg. Nice, beautiful. So as we were talking before we go to break, we were talking about filing for someone to come up and work, because a lot of time people may reach out to you, they reach out to me, they want to know the step as to how you file for someone to come up for a job.
Okay.
For me, the employer.
Yeah. So like as the employer, and again, this is one thing that I've been pushing a lot in terms of just putting out information, is that there are a lot of different ways that you can come to the US. It's not only marriage. So as an employer, Chef Simpson, he has a couple options for his business, right? He can go the H-2B route, where it's a temporary, seasonal type of job where he would have to use his restaurant, he would have to go through the Department of Labor, get a labor certification. Then once that labor certification is approved by the Department of Labor, then he can petition for mass workers, right? So that worker will have a temporary visa. It's called an H-2B. Okay. So that's one option. Okay. The other option is, say you have a need for an executive level type of chef, somebody who has a specialty. Yeah. Then you can do an EB2 petition, right?
EB2 petition.
Yeah, it's an EB2, so they would
actually. So that would be like a chef that is specialized in something that my restaurant offer.
Yes. So they could be like a Jamaican culinary chef that has years of experience, and you want them to be like a master chef. You could actually do a green card petition for them. Okay. It's the same thing. So you have to go through the Department of Labor, but this person would now get a green card petition. Any type of visa. If you have issues in your past, you have to disclose it so that the attorney can assist you. Yeah. Because I mean, there are some things that may be fatal, such as you were previously deported and you re-entered the US and then you got deported again, or you have certain type of criminal convictions that sometimes you just cannot overcome, such as trafficking. So the biggest misconception is, if you are undocumented, if you are out of status and you get injured due to the negligence of a driver, an employer, you cannot bring a claim. No, once you are in the US and you suffered injuries as a result of negligence of somebody, you are entitled to get an attorney, and you are entitled to go through litigation, and you are able to receive compensation for your injuries. So
it's funny you say that, because I'm gonna stick a pin right there, because even if the person is under the radar, because some people feel like, boy, I don't want to go to a lion, or because me under the radar, and the next thing I know, them are going to creep me up. So talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, so when you file any type of injury claim, it is a civil claim, right? And it does not have to do with your immigration status. Yeah, and I mean, we have gotten 7-figure recoveries for immigrants who are undocumented.
7 figures.
7 figures for people who were injured in auto accidents or slip and falls.
2 things that I want to touch on. People need to know do's and don'ts when you get pulled over. What's your rights? Because a lot of people don't know. We're going to touch on that. What's one of your rights when you get pulled over by the police?
So again, it depends on where you are.
Oh, it depends on what state
it depends on which state you are. If you get pulled over in Florida, right? Yeah. The police has the right, they have the ability to ask you about your immigration status. In New York, not so much. Okay. Right? As it relates to traffic citations, traffic infringements, once you get pulled over, I always say, just comply. Yeah. Just comply. If they ask to search your vehicle and they're just pulling you over for running a red light, you do not have to consent to a search.
You do not have to consent
to a search, right? You always have the right to also ask the police, am I being detained? But if you are in doubt, if you know so you're going with something, contact your attorney. Yeah. Do not confess things that an attorney cannot help you to retract.
Because you already said it already, they already have it on record.
The worst type of cases is to get a case and I'm reading the police report and the person has already told the officer everything. So it's so much harder for the attorney to try to save them, to try to do legal work, because they made a confession.
Nice. Listen, guys, one last thing and then we're gonna go right into tasting. When you're going through immigration, do's and don'ts. If they call you over to a special room for search or whatever, they suspect something is not right with your papers or with your visa. What's a do's and don't right there after they call you over into the room?
I always
things you don't say and things you, let me speak to my attorney.
The number one thing, and I cannot stress this enough, do not admit to working in the US. when you're at the border coming into the country, whether by air or by land, you have no right to privacy. So that means they can search your phone, they can strip search you, they can search your captain.
When you're at the border, coming in
by plane or by boat or by foot, you have no right to privacy. Do not lie to an immigration officer. Just keep it 100.
Tell them the truth. Let it go what it is, whatever the trip flies.
Yes.
Because once you open up yourself to one lie, another one domino effect.
Exactly.
And no, that's when you end up in a totally different situation.
And last but not least, do not sign any documents without an immigration attorney present. Because I've seen so many people sign away their rights into the US because they signed a document and they didn't understand what was on that document.
Let them know where they can reach out to you. We can put this down, man. We're finished cooking now.
No, I'm just like, what?
You're just like, what?
I feel like somebody did something.
No. So what you're gonna do, finish. As a matter of fact, we have the scallion here. You're just gonna sprinkle some on the top as garnish as you're giving them your information.
Learning from the best.
Learning
from the best. So you can find me across any social media platform at Attorney Sekou, Attorney Sekou, or sclarklaw.com, or at sclarklaw. So Attorney Sekou, clarklawgroup.com, or at sclarklaw.
Soon come back. Keep it locked. Cooking with Love crazy. Soon forward.
If you are a small business owner, an entrepreneur, or you're just getting into investing and you wanted an immigration benefit, the E2 visa is a great option for you. So many people have asked me, okay, why is the E2 visa so good? Do I need to invest $1 million like the EB5? No. With the E2 visa, your investment is relative to the business. We have gotten approved businesses with as much as $40,000, $60,000, $80,000. We did a fencing company where the investment was $40,000 to get the business started, because typically all we have to show is that an irrevocable investment was made and that business will be more than marginally profitable, and the business will be able to hire at least 3 employees in the next 2 to 3 years.
Watching Cooking with Love. Keep it up.
Welcome back to Cooking with Love with Chef Simpson. I am finally done with this amazing dish. We did some shrimp and lobster fried rice. It was so much fun being on this show. And last but not least, we're gonna taste the food. I have with me part of my team, Attorney Tim Charlemagne, Sophia Brea, she's our administrative assistant. So let's try it. Sophia, what do you think? I gotta go with the food. I gotta go with the food. Cook it down. Wow. Big ups everybody, Attorney Sekou Clarke, big up Chef Simpson, big up Cooking with Love. Man, the food was amazing. Tune in. I can't wait to be here again.